Good day everyone! In this video, I will show you my study notebook. This is for modules 1 and 2 and about LDM2 course with answers. For Module 1, we have 2 lessons. The first lesson is the course overview, and we have 3 activities under this. The first activity, read the LDM course overview for coaches. Reflect on the overview by answering the following questions. Write down your insights in your study notebook. These are the following questions, and I have examples of answers in these questions. Moving on to activity number 2, answer the following questions by copying and filling out the table in your study notebook. So we have questions once again, and this will be answered on a table. The questions are, how will my personal characteristics and circumstances affect my participation in this course? And how can I ensure that I am able to sustain my strengths and address the obstacles that will hinder me from completing this course? The answer in the table is And for the last activity, activity number 3, discuss your answers and reflections to the questions in activities 1 and 2 with a colleague. And take note of their other insights that may also help you as you go through this module. So this is like a reflection of what you understood in the whole lesson 1. So here is an example of reflection. We are done with lesson 1. Here is the next lesson. Lesson number 2 is about organizing your learning action cell, or what we call LAC. In this lesson as well, we have 3 activities. Activity number 1, begin by refreshing your memory on the learning action cell. Read the Depth and Order number 35 series 2016, the Learning Action Cell as the K-12 Basic Education Program, School-Based Continuing Professional Development Strategy, for the improvement of teaching and learning. Once you're done, accomplish the following items. Write your response and any other ideas and reflections in your study notebook. So here are 3 questions, and there are also example answers regarding these questions. Now let's move on to activity number 2. Form your LAC of instructional coaches by following the chart below. Get in touch with your designated LAC leader to guide you in the process. So basically, this is being done while doing the LAC session. However, you can still use this as a basis for your output in your study notebook. And for the last activity, list down the members of your LAC and their respective roles in your study notebook. Submit the Form 1, LAC profile sheet for instructional coaches to your designated coach. Don't forget to keep a copy for yourself. So you must know who are the members in your LAC group and what are their respective roles so you can answer this activity number 3. Now we are done with Module 1. Let's move on to Module 2. Module 2 is about planning for the implementation of LDM2 for teachers. There are 3 lessons under Module 2. The first lesson is the course design for the learning delivery modalities. And this is a course for teachers. The first activity is Read the LDM2 course overview for teachers. Reflect on the design of the course, then answer the following questions by copying the table below in your study notebook. So the questions are, what do you think will help the teachers in completing the course? And what will hinder them from doing well? So these are example answers of the two questions I just mentioned. For activity number 2 in your LAC session, share and discuss your answers to the questions in activity 1. Remember to write down insights from your colleagues in your study notebook. Now we're done with the lesson 1. This is about lesson 2, planning for the implementation of the LDM2 course orientation activity. So we have 3 activities under lesson 2. And the most important activity is the third activity. As a training team, whether division-led or instructional coach-led, meet and accomplish the following. So there are different things that we have to accomplish for activity number 3. And this is an example answer. Finally, for lesson number 3, organizing the teacher's learning action cell. So you just have to organize your LAC session. And this is an example as well. And for activity number 2, submit the list of assigned schools and LAC roles organizer to your designated coach. Don't forget to keep a copy of yourself. So it's the same, the LAC roles organizers. It's the same. Earlier you've jot down the members, this time the organizers, and you have to know their LAC number, the name, and of course the school. And this is all for modules 1 and 2, my study notebook. Now please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you will be notified, and you can also check the study notebook I have for modules 3A and 3B, and also for modules 4 and 5. Thank you very much for watching, and this is your teacher Jenny.